When I come in, I don't look like, oh, I need the first play and then I just know when I get in, however many minutes I get, I'm gonna go my hardest. And I let the game come to me, like I said. So I wasn't excited off of it or anything. It was just I was just ready to play the game from there.
What was the play and what did you see that came to
Right here. Would say that again?
I said, like, what was the play and like what did you see? Like what were y'all doing at that point and what did you see that allowed you to get open?
He drew the play up that I'll come off a double screen and then it was open, so I took the shot. It's just that simple.
Hey, Joe, can you explain what it's like to be able to have people chant your name out there today, in the first summer league game out here today?
I don't get too caught up in the fans and whatnot, but it's a good energy out there. I will say that. Like, as soon as I come on the court, I feel energetic and ready to go my hardest. It feels cool.
You made 5 3-pointers, including you had that 4-point play there last toward the end of the game. Just what about your shot? How comfortable are you on the floor with your shot the way it looked tonight? It looked like you were pretty much out there just knowing what you were doing.
I don't make the game too hard. Like, if the shot's open, I'm going to take it. I got enough confidence in my shot. I mean, I practice those shots. So it's not like I'm rushing anything. It's just like practice.
And then last things, what do you hope to accomplish here, man? Like, this is obviously on the first game, but what do you hope to accomplish during the summer league play for the Hornets?
I just want to go out and control what I can and play my hardest and hopefully get wins for this team and then hopefully make the real team go from there.
What in particular do you think you got to work on for these next couple games that would allow you to make the team or Hornets roster or any roster in general?
I don't get too caught up in focusing on what I got to do or anything. I just go out and play the game. I mean, I love the game and I just play the right way and it'll fall into place.
Hey, Jello, just from the standpoint of kind of playing with this team over the summer, how much of that experience did you help and how much did you take from your brother in order to try and get yourself more comfortable?
It was cool getting to know these guys over the summer. It made it, I guess, easier playing with them and practicing with them. It's just comfortable playing with the team.
Sub coming in, LiAngelo Ball.
Jello's in the game. Jones, Caldwell Jones. They got the Plumleys.
In the game. Nice play. Look at.
It's a lot of games of basketball being able to have that play.
Ball reversal. Look at the ball movement.
Play. I love that you can see.
Nice play.
Down there.
Look ahead to LiAngelo Ball, gathers himself and knocks ball. Time to gather himself. Line the scenes up,
Got his feet set.
Anybody who could put 3 kids in the top level of their sport, there is something amazing about that. Now, the third son I'm talking about here is LiAngelo. He's the proverbial middle child. He sits in between younger brother LaMelo, who of course was NBA Rookie of the Year, and older brother Lonzo, who just signed a big deal to be the Bulls' starting point guard. Now, after a short stint in the G League and a Pistons Summer League invite that never quite panned out, LiAngelo seems to be making the most of his opportunity this time around in Vegas, currently for the Charlotte Hornets. His debut against Portland was a wild success. 16 points in 16 minutes and shooting 5 of 8 from 3. He even hit this crazy half-court buzzer beater Thursday against the Spurs. Now, it's going to be a challenge making the roster, to be sure, but LiAngelo could help the Hornets team sorely lacking in shooting. Now, LeVar might not be able to beat Jordan one-on-one, but he just might have 2 kids on MJ's team, LaMelo and LiAngelo, and that is a feat unto itself.
We can say many things about LeBron James, and frankly, we have. But now we can say something about James that perhaps has never been said about anyone else. He has a highly developed sense of loyalty to his draft class. Why? I don't know. But think about it. In choosing to join the Heat in 2010, LeBron, the first overall pick in 2003, linked himself forever with Chris Bosh, the 4th pick, and with Dwayne Wade, the 5th pick. Together, that mighty troika would win 2 NBA titles. Now, all these years later, LeBron is joining forces with the 3rd overall pick from 2003, Carmelo Anthony. Together, they will be making a run at another title, which would be Carmelo's 1st, LeBron's 5th. No, it doesn't matter that they're both pushing 40. Who cares? These men are giants of the 2003 draft. Of course, winning with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and even with Carmelo Anthony, is one thing. If LeBron really wants to prove his fidelity to the Brotherhood of 03, he must go a step further. Who's the one guy from the top 5 of that draft we haven't mentioned? Oh, yes, the number 2 pick by Detroit, Darko Milicic, who is now a successful apple farmer. If LeBron really wants to impress, he'll make sure Darko leaves the orchard and returns to the court to claim his title. There's only one problem with our scenario.
Am I correct about this? I believe it's our list. Yes, it is. Let me tell you something right now.
ESPN.com.
What the hell? I mean, ESPN needs to drug test anybody that has something to do with this list. Makes no sense. Devin Booker is not LaMelo Ball before Devin Booker? Really? LaMelo Ball before Donovan Mitchell? Really? LaMelo Ball before Jason Tatum? Really? I mean, what the hell is going on? Okay? I believe that ESPN should call security right now and go to whoever put this list together on ESPN.com. Line them up, and test every one of them. Every one of them. Somebody's out of it. Somebody's out of it. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This don't make any sense right here. I just gave you a little thing. Now, we can go down the list. We can go down the list with a few guys. But I'm just saying, I just gave you Ben Simmons. I understand the brother doesn't shoot the ball. But what else doesn't he do? Have you seen this man play defense? Ben Simmons is a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Ben Simmons is 6'10", can handle the rock, can pass, has a very, very high basketball IQ, can finish at the basket, is incredibly athletic, can run the show. I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? So I'm just saying top 3. LaMelo Ball can play. I believe in this kid. Happy for Michael Jordan and the Charlotte Hornets for drafting him. I believe in him. I believe this dude is going to be an all-star sooner than later, a perennial all-star. The kid's got swag. He's got game. He was my rookie of the year before he got hurt. I get all of that. But to sit up there and put him number 3, ahead of Donovan Mitchell, ahead of Devin Booker, ahead of Jason Tatum, just to name it, ahead of Ben Simmons. I mean, come on. Come on. People need to get tested. I work for ESPN, all right? I've been here for the better part of the last 17, 18 years. I have nothing to do with this list. Nothing. I disassociate myself from these people. Whoever the hell put that list together. Whoever, that has nothing to do with me. Go ahead, Max.
Put together a hell of a list. Very good list. It's an excellent list. I don't agree with it exactly. I probably also would have Devin Booker 3rd or 4th, along with Donovan Mitchell. But Stephen A., at the very top of the article, it explicitly states that this is about future value. This is about value going forward. So here's the big difference between LaMelo and, let's start with what LaMelo can do. He's a potential future MVP. He can do it all. Now, when you look at the list, Luka Doncic and Ben Simmons are the only passers on LaMelo's level on the entire list. Unlike, however, Ben Simmons, LaMelo can shoot it. Meaning he and Luka are kind of in a category by themselves in terms of the genius level passers who can also hit shots from the outside. But here's where LaMelo really differentiates himself, separates himself. He's like 5 years younger than the other guys we're talking about. Donovan Mitchell's 24. Devin Booker's 24. Ben Simmons is 24. I'm with you. Right now, obviously, they're better. They're 5 years older than him. His future value in the next 5 years, and by the way, these dudes weren't as good as LaMelo at 19. In fact, very few players who have ever lived have been as good as LaMelo at the age of 19. And then you ask yourself, can you build a team around him that could maybe win a championship? Does he look like that kind of player? Yup. Does he have swagger, confidence, right? Is he the kind of guy, a team will follow? Yup. Can you see him winning an MVP in the future? Yup. Check, check, check. And in terms of an offensive player, what weakness does he really even have? No, he's not 6'10" like Ben Simmons. He's 6'6". He's a genius-level passer who's 6'6", balling at the age of 19 as few ever has, and he can hit shots from the outside. No, would I have him 3? I'm with, especially Devin Booker. I don't see LaMelo putting up, show me where you can score 60 points in a game, right? Because Devin Booker can do that. Show me where you can dominate a playoff game like Donovan Mitchell.
He scored 70 in the game against Boston.
Devin Booker is like, it's indecent what he can do. But I'm just saying, he hasn't proven that yet. He hasn't shown he can dominate in the playoffs like Donovan Mitchell. So I'm with you there. I probably have him like 5th. But I could see why he's top 3 based on his age alone.
Max Kellerman, I hear where you're coming from. And originally, upon seeing the list, it's like 25 and under, okay? Their game, where you'd rank them, et cetera, et cetera. I get your point, upon reading it, where you're talking about future potential. But I still maintain my position, Max Kellerman. Because let me tell you something right now. Let's go further in the list. How do we not have Devin Booker in the top 5?
I don't know.
How do we not have him in the top?
He's getting better and better.
Have you heard anyone on the air rave about De'Aaron Fox more than me? De'Aaron Fox is in Sacramento. Almost no one raves about him but me, because I saw him give it to Lonzo in the NCAA tournament, and I religiously bring up how that's the lone argument, legitimate argument, Magic Johnson and I have ever had, because I was like, don't draft Lonzo, draft De'Aaron Fox. That's the dude you want. I love De'Aaron Fox. He's at 6. He's ahead of Devin Booker too. I mean, come on, man. You just look at certain things and you're like, What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? So it's not just about LaMelo. It's several things that are questionable on this list. All right, and I'm only playing. They know I'm only playing when I'm talking about them getting drug tested and